How are you? We are here on the Batya the Baby Coach page, and I haven't come on here live in a while. I know, I've been bad, but I wanted to come and address something super important. But let me just first share this in our group. If you are not a member of our free Facebook group, you definitely want to check it out. The Ultimate Baby Sleep Group. I'm going to share this in there because this is actually where I'm getting these questions from. Because someone had posted this in the group and I told them, you know what, we really need to talk about this. So give me a second. I'm going to share it in the group because people are waiting for me to come in and do a live. But I figured everyone who is on the page also can learn about this. All right, hang on. All right. Now, the title of today's live is Toddlers, Power Struggles, and Bedtime. Oh my, right? Like, why'd I put pictures of tigers? And why'd I put pictures of lions? Because oftentimes these little delicious people that we love so much can give us a serious run for our money when we're talking about trying to get them into bed, trying to get them to stay in bed, trying to get them to have multiple consecutive hours of sleep. It can sound like sometimes you feel like you're battling a tiger or a lion, because even though they're little people, they're huge with their emotions and they're huge with the way they feel about a lot of things. So I'm going to read the question and then some of the comments here so you can all kind of follow what is going on in here, and then we'll talk about it, okay? Because this is a major issue and a major struggle. I've been getting actually a lot of emails about toddlers recently, and here I saw this in the Ultimate Baby Sleep Group. Let me actually post. In case you are not a member of the Ultimate Baby Sleep Group, you definitely want to check it out. I'm going to post the link here because it is an amazing resource. Hang on. Ultimate Baby Sleep Group. Here we go. I'm just posting that below. If you are not yet a member of the Ultimate Baby Sleep Group, you definitely want to check it out because it's an awesome place. I pick questions there regularly, answer questions, and we have my team of admins in there to help you. Okay, so I'm going to read the question here, talking about toddlers, bedtime, power struggles, because I saw this yesterday. Lindsay's question, I'm like, Lindsay, I'm going to come in and answer you, okay? So normally, if you are in my Ultimate Baby Sleep Group, I just pick questions to come in and answer with a video when I see hashtag sleep cue. This did not have hashtag sleep cue, but it was such an important idea. I wanted to come bring in and discuss it, okay? So I'm going to read Leslie's questions and then some of the comments below. And if anyone is watching who struggles with a toddler and bedtime and power struggles, let me know, okay? Because I want to try to help you all with this as much as possible. Okay, here's Lindsay's question. Any advice on getting my almost 4-year-old to sleep in her own bed would be much appreciated. Okay, now that's all she said. But we got Aileen, Brooke, Jody, Kayla, and Rachel, and Megan, and Sheena all saying, oh my goodness, help, this is a major issue I'm struggling with, okay? Rachel said, I've done charts, I've done presents, I can't seem to make it past 3 days, and then it will take another 4 months to get 3 days. Our house has turned into musical beds at night. I followed your recommendation, my recommendation with my second, and I'm proud to say my suggestions help her sleep 12 hours. Great. I'm so happy your baby is sleeping well. But when you're still up all night with a toddler, it can be really stressful, okay? You have surprise baby number 3 on the way, and you'd love a plan, Rachel. Wow, congratulations, that's exciting, but you don't want to be up all night with 3 kids, or even 2 if your one is sleeping. So let's talk about troubleshooting. Before I dig in, anyone who's watching, please just tell me in the comments below, say hi to me. Batya, I can hear you, I can see you, or if you have an issue with power struggles and bedtime for your toddler, let me know. You know, I'm actually going to share this also in another place before we dig in, because I think they will also benefit from this. Okay, I'm sharing this now actually in another group that we have. One second before I actually start answering, because they ask these questions sometimes. In my Rested Moms Club, which is my private paying group, I'm just going to give them a little taste of what's to come, because we are actually upping our entire members area over there and we're adding all this great content. I'm actually going to dig in super deep about this, but I want to still help them out here. Okay, so that way they can see too. All right, so please, if you are watching live, tell me if you can hear me, if you can see me, because this like virtual technological vortex can get tricky sometimes. Okay, so I'm gonna dig on in and first talk about toddlers' emotions are much bigger than them, right? And it's oftentimes difficult for us as adults to articulate how we feel, or when we're angry, or when we're frustrated, or when we're anxious, or when we're scared. It's got to be a lot more difficult for these little people who don't even have that verbal communication available. They don't have this capability to be able to get the sleep that they need, and they're begging for help, but they don't know how. So what do? they act out. They come out of their beds. They need to use the bathroom. They want 100 snacks. And then guess what? It repeats itself over and over and over and over and over and over. And it can often result in bedtime taking 2-3 hours a night. It can often result in your child waking up multiple times to come into your bed. My husband actually came home from work yesterday and told me that one of his coworkers, and I'm not going to start talking about melatonin. It's a separate discussion. I am avidly against melatonin. If you've been following me for some time, we have a video on my YouTube channel about it. But my husband's coworker told him it takes almost 2 hours for bedtime every single night for his child. And now they're giving melatonin and it's better. Melatonin is just putting a band-aid on the problem. You're not getting to the root cause of helping your child learn to embrace relaxation and sleep. Kim, my daughter gets up at 2 a.m. every day and wants to sleep in my bed. What should I do? Okay, so tell me how old your daughter is, Kim, because we're talking about toddlers and power struggles here now. But let me know and I'll try to answer you at the end. And if you have a toddler, even better questions, we can talk about it. So let's break this down. Okay, first I want to talk to you about bedtime and how you can avoid this power struggle back and forth, which is what Lindsay is struggling with, right? Lindsay said her 4-year-old won't even sleep in her own bed. It all starts with bedtime setting the tone. So let's talk about even the day of. Okay, first of all, you want to help your toddler take ownership of their own room and take ownership of their bed so they don't feel like they're being forced into this sleeping space that's unfamiliar and a place they don't want to be. So go out to the store and let them buy their own pillowcase. Let them buy their own sheets, their own teddy bear. Like, let them have something that they feel excited about. And I've said this in the past, but it's really important that they don't feel like they're being forced into this sleeping space, especially if you've recently transitioned a child from a crib to a bed. You don't want to force anything on them. You want them to feel special. You want them to feel like, wow, this is amazing. I'm so big like this person and that person and that person. And I get to sleep in a big boy or big girl bed just like them. If they've been sleeping in a big bed for a while or a toddler bed and you're having issues, try to do something to make it fresh, make it anew, make it something exciting that you're starting from scratch to kind of reincorporate this positivity. Because if you're already tackling it from a place of negativity, anxiety, force, and power struggles, you want to strip all that away. I don't ever, ever, ever want bedtime to be used as a consequence, as a punishment, because there's almost like this dark cloud that looms over. If you're in Rested Moms Club and you're watching this, you know how I feel about having bedtime be the sweetest hour in your home. Or if you've working with me VIP, you know we want bedtime to just be that positive experience where you're not having this tug of war constantly. And it starts with your child feeling positive about their sleeping space. You might want to go all out and buy new curtains or a new quilt. Whatever you want to do, make it something that they are excited about, that they can help. All right, then whether you're starting a new space or you're reincorporating positivity to a previously negative space, so Kim, for your 3-year-old also, and this is for night wake-ups also, but I'm just starting with like preempting and pre-framing the day, you want to let everyone know about it. Call the grandmas and the aunts and the this and that. Like, you know, they're so big, they don't need me anymore. They don't need to come into my bed anymore. They don't need to call out to me at night. They don't take a long time. They go to sleep just like mommy, just like daddy, just like this friend, just like that cousin, just like, you know, and build them up and let them hear you feeling excited. But here's the key, guys. You can't fake it, okay? Any of you watching, please let me know in the comments below if this resonates with you, okay? Or give me some thumbs up and say, yes, Batya, I have a toddler and I struggle with this. You cannot pretend to be excited about something if you are not, okay? So the same thing goes with that confidence and believing in your child. If you don't really think your child is capable of sleeping all night in their bed, or if you don't really think your child can confidently learn to sleep well, but you're like, oh, you're so great, and oh, you're gonna do this, it's like total empty, blank lip service. Your child picks up on your emotions and knows exactly what you're thinking and how you're feeling. So it's not going to help if you just say the words. You have to do a lot of self-internal work to convince yourself, I am 100% confident that my child can learn to sleep in their bed all night. I am 100% confident, and they can. Developmentally, your 3-year-old Kim, or any of you watching, if you're watching live or the replay, if they're gaining weight properly, developing properly, and sleep is distributed, they can sleep the whole night in their bed. I'm talking once we're in a bed, but even once you're in a crib, children as young as 6 months can sleep through the night, but that's a separate discussion, okay? We're talking about toddlers here. So you just want to build them up. I saw a lot of comments here. Jody said here, start a rewards chart. Kayla said, yes, that works, but be firm. A lot of different things, but I want to tell you something. A rewards chart is great, and using incentives is great. Again, no negativity, no threats, no punishments, nothing. But when you're incorporating bedtime with your child and you're trying to get them to stay put, depending on how old they are, your 3-year-old Kim or some of you with your 2-year-olds or even sometimes a 4-year-old, they don't have the self-discipline to think about the reward that they're going to be getting in the morning 12 hours later, because right now they don't want to go to sleep, right? So it's a great idea to kind of self-motivate them and give them a little bit of icing on top of the cake, but it's not going to independently solve the issue. It's just going to help add to anything existing that you have, right? Hey, Ma, how are you? I'm not sure how to pronounce your name, Ma. May, sorry, I'm really bad at that. But thanks for saying hi. Okay, so what do you do? All right, get your little M&M or your little sticker or your little reward that you're going to do and show it to them before bed. Because remember, we've already built up the bedtime since the morning. You went out and you bought the sheets and you bought the new teddy bear and you called all the aunts and the uncles and you have worked on yourself that you confidently feel, wow, I really believe my child can do this. And you're telling them that you're so proud of them. And already before it happens, it's almost like you are seeing them sleeping in their bed all night as like a reality in your mind that exists, even if you haven't seen it happen. Because remember, all of our kids, but toddlers especially, they are trying to figure out the world. What is my role? What is my mommy's role? Who's in charge? Does she believe in me? Am I confident? And if you fake it, it's all over. You can sit here and give them that empty lip service. Yeah, you can do it. You're going to sleep in your bed. But if you don't believe it, don't even start. Wait till you, even if you have to spend a week or so working on yourself to say, I know my child can do this. Get to that place, okay? Because she doesn't understand rewards she didn't get right away. Yes, exactly. Okay. Now, once you are actually at bedtime, you remind them about the reward. Of course, use it, but like I said, icing on top of the cake. It's not the actual flour of the cake that's going to solve your problem. It's icing on top. And what you do is, now I don't know what all of your issues are. Watching now, watching the replay, or even all of you who commented on this post, I'm sure it varies anywhere between kids coming in and out of the bed at bedtime and taking 2 hours like my husband's coworker to get them in bed, and they come out again and they want a drink of water and they come out again and they need the bathroom and they want a snack and they this, all the way till waking up multiple times at night, coming in your bed, whatever the story is. I'm just going to give you a very general overview if you want to talk with me more. I do have a few spots to work with me. VIP, which I'll talk about in a few minutes. Okay, so I'm just going to give you a general overview. Anyone who's watching, if you want to give me details, Kim, on your situation, what bedtime looks like, what those night wake-ups look like, I'll use that as an example to help the rest of you who are watching, okay? So let's say we're talking about bedtime, this power struggle, this tug of war. If you've been following me for a while, I often talk about this tug of war. But what is this power struggle, tug of war? It takes two. You pull, they pull, you pull, they pull. And it's this back and forth. And in essence, what do we do? And trust me, I am guilty of this as well with all of my children. Sometimes we bring ourselves down to that 3-year-old level, having this back and forth power struggle with our 3-year-old. Get back into bed. No, I don't want to get into bed. Physically putting them into bed. No. Not bedtime specifically in my home, but other things. I have power struggles all day long. Welcome to kids, right? So when we bring ourselves down to their level, guess who's going to win? They are. Even though we're smarter and we're stronger, we just give up, right? I'm so tired. Oh my gosh, I've been trying to get you to bed for an hour. I just want to sit down and have my glass of wine. I just want to go like hang out on Pinterest. I just want to talk to my husband. I just want to go make the dinner or just have some alone time, whatever it is. So you end up giving in to their wants and their needs and their hundreds of snacks and whatever it is. So set yourself up that you know you're going to win. And how do we do that? It's by not going down to their level, okay? Now, I don't mean this in a negative way. It comes from a loving place. We love our children more than anything in the universe, and we want them to be happy, but sometimes we get like pulled into this power struggle without even realizing it. So the second you feel like you're having a power struggle with your child and you're saying, no more snacks, no, you can't get out of bed, don't get it back to the water, you're bringing yourself down to that place. And that's when you're having that back and power struggle and becoming a 3-year-old. Okay, I'm just putting it how it is. Does that make sense to you guys? Let me know in the comments below. Yeah, I never realized I was maybe acting like a 3-year-old. And not in a negative way. It's just human nature. So don't even allow yourself to have that power struggle. And this stems from this like mentality. If you're watching from Rested Moms Club, I talk about this all the time, or if you're working with me VIP, our mindset and emotion is 100% what thwarts success with anything we do in parenting, but with sleep especially when it's a very sensitive, emotionally messy place, right? So you've spent the whole day building yourself up, feeling confident, knowing your child can do this. Really set yourself up technically for success and confidence at bedtime also. So bedtime starts happening and they want the water and they want the drink and they want to come out of their bed and I have to use the bathroom again. And wait, I forgot the hundreds of things we have to do. Or if you're like my 6-year-old, his like toe had a fever the other night. Toe had a fever, right? Whatever it is, even in my house, kids are not magical robots, believe it or not, okay? Or whatever the story is. Don't even go down to that level of no, you can't. Don't you that. You just stay like a calm, forceful, and not forceful in a bad way. That's the wrong word. A calm, strong, confident, loving, secure rock. Okay, that's how you should view it. Yeah, seriously, had a fever in their toe. I was like, which toe exactly has the fever? How does that toe feel, my dear? Anyway, okay, so you are this strong, confident, loving, secure presence, and you just be there, okay? And I'm not talking about how they're actually gonna fall asleep because that's a whole separate discussion, but you just be there for them. Shh, go to sleep, mommy's here, you're safe. But I want the water, and I have to come out, and I forgot to do this, and no, I don't wanna go to sleep, even if you have to sit there rubbing their back, or calming them down, or if you're not involved, if you're in the doorway, whatever's working, or if you're out of the room, however your child normally falls asleep at the end of the day, use that process and just be calm and confident because you have worked on yourself so much until this point that you know they are capable. Don't bring yourself down into that place of that back and forth. Now, that being said, you want to make sure you're technically set up. You want to make sure they've drank as much water as they need, not too much, that they've used the bathroom that 7,000th time before they've gone to bed. Like, have all your checks done. You know, for my littler kids, I have like a whole mental checklist before I put them to bed. Bedtime is my favorite time of day in my house because it's smooth. I love to like spend that bonding time. If you're in Rested Moms Club, you know how I feel about staggering bedtime and how about bedtime being the sweetest hour of that beautiful bonding experience in your home. If you're not, I'll tell you about Rested Moms Club another time, okay? But set yourself up. I know, okay, before my 3-year-old goes to bed, I'm going to make sure she brushes her teeth, she uses the bathroom, even if it's 500 times. She's had her little bowl of cucumbers. She had a drink of water. So I know when she gets into bed, she's not hungry. She's not thirsty. She doesn't have to use the bathroom. So at least I have the confidence to know, right? She's fine. So you want to do that too. Get your little technical mental checklist. Check, 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 check. My child's okay. This is happening. That's what's going on. Okay. So you do all that. And then when you actually get to bedtime, no, we're going to stay in our beds. You're fine. But mommy, I this, I that. Don't engage. Don't start talking. Don't start saying, no, you can't. If you don't turn it into a threat. Just remind them, you're going to be getting this in the morning. I'm so proud of you. Why? Because you already believe with such confidence how capable and how successful they're going to be before it's happened. And you let that kind of infiltrate into your existence of this confidence and belief that they're so capable. It becomes your reality. Go to sleep, you're fine, because you know they can do it. You've seen them do it. And then in the middle of the night, you repeat that confidence over and over and over, okay? So when your child is coming into your bed at night or coming out of their bed or using the bathroom, whatever you do, break them back to their bed, bring them back into their bed, and you stay that calm, loving, rock, secure authority. Now, I'm going to come in a few more days and talk actual details because I know I'm giving you like a very general, broad overview. But if you don't understand the background and like the mentality before you tackle it, the technical details don't matter. I could tell you to do this, this, and that at bedtime. But if you're not tackling it from a place of confidence, you're not feeling good about it. It's your child is feeling like there's a disconnect between what you're saying and what you're feeling. It's not going to work. So that's why this is kind of like the baseline of like emotional health behind what you do. And then once you understand this piece, then you can move forward with the steps. I'm dreading bedtime with my 2- and 4-year-old. I need Rested Moms Club. Okay, no, Rested Moms Club is amazing. I'll just tell you quickly, and then I'm going to dig in a little more. I have 2 different ways that you can work with me. You can either join my Rested Moms Club, which is my step-by-step system with videos and downloads and PDFs, and you get to be part of my private Facebook group. A lot of you are watching there where I have me and my team of sleep coaches in there answering you, and we answer videos in there. Or you could decide that you just want to work with me VIP, and you can schedule a call to do that. Okay, I'm going to just actually put both links in here. Whoops, I just liked my own video. I feel like a nerd. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, here's Rested Moms Club. If you want to check that out, that's Rested Moms Club, step-by-step program. Or if you want to book a one-on-one call with me, I actually only have a few slots open. Let's see, Batya the baby. Coach.com/sleep. I have, I think, actually even just 1 call left this week. So if you want to set that up, grab it. I'm not taking on tons of clients this month because I'm getting in the groove with school and with everything. But if you want to learn about working VIP with me one-on-one, where I intimately guide you, create your own sleep plan, whether you've got a 2-month-old or a 10-year-old, yes, I get insane phone calls about 10-year-olds and 12-year-olds and the 8-year-old waking up the 5-year-old and the this and the that. It can turn into a situation. Set up a call with me and I'll tell you all about my program and my process, where I can basically guarantee you're going to be sleeping because I'm intimately guiding you every step of the way. Or if you're looking to kind of do it on your own, learning my system, then you'll want to check out Rested Moms Club. Those are the 2 ways, okay? In either case, grab a spot while you can because I do not have a lot of call slots left open, okay? But It's all about this base of understanding of your child, who they are and what their needs are, and how you can help them. So if you're dreading bedtime, Emily or Kim, and all night, it first starts with that build up ahead of time, that build up of feeling positive, that build up of understanding the capabilities of your child and convincing yourself that your child is able to do this and your child is ready to do this and that you know they can. And then internalizing that and setting yourself up for success. Setting yourself up for success with their bed and letting them feel a sense of ownership and positive about their bed and positive about their sleeping space. Making them feel like $1 million by calling the aunts and the uncles and the cousins and the da-da-da-da-da-da, right? And using an incentive reward system, great, as icing on top, reminding them about it. But when it actually boils down to bedtime, having your technical checks set up. They've used the bathroom, they've had their snacks, they've had their water, they've done this. So knowing that they're in a good place and they're okay. And then just being that secure, loving, confident rock. Not bringing yourself down to your 3-year-old's level of, no, you can't, don't come out, da-da-da. Just, honey, I'm here for you, go to sleep. Because you so deeply believe that they are capable. Because they're going to pick up on that confidence. And if you're working with me or you have worked with me, you know I call this the emotional umbilical cord because that's what it is. Your child is intuitively attached to you emotionally. And just as much as you can't fake it, you can also have the power to positively affect them. And they pick up on your emotions, not only pick it up, but mirror it back to you. So if you believe in your child, you feel confident in your child, this is life in general, but I'm using it for bedtime specifically, that they're able to do this and you know they can, and they're not this like fragile little like sculpture that's going to fall off the table and break into a million places because they can do this, they can sleep. They pick up on your confidence and mirror it right back at you, okay? So if you want to work with me, check out the Rested Moms Club in the link below where you can learn my step-by-step system if you just want a little guidance and do it on your own. If you want to work with me, VIP one-on-one, book a call with me in the link below. And let's just do ourselves a favor to just spend today. It is Wednesday. What's the date? I don't even know. Wednesday, September 5th. Let's spend the day today just focusing on believing in our children. Whether it's anything, we all have something we're working on. Whether it's sleep, whether it's power struggles, whether it's temper tantrums, whether it's a math test, whether it's going back to school and children feeling anxiety. Like, just believe in your child so much to a place where you're so confident that they're capable of doing this. I'm going to give you a little example before I set out, okay? One of my kids recently was struggling with math, okay? And he took this big math test. And first of all, we studied for this test. He knew it cold, okay? He knew the fractions, and he knew how to do the long division, and he knew how to do all of it. And, okay, it was stressful. I wouldn't say it came easily to him, but he was able to do it, okay? And came the day of the test. He came home, totally flunked, like totally failed his test. He came home and someone put in the idea of him, his teacher said to him, I think you might have like test anxiety. I think you might have anxiety when you sit down and, you know the pressure's coming. So teacher put idea in his head of this idea of test anxiety, which was never something I would discuss in my house. So he came home, he's like, Mommy, I knew it, but like, I think I have test anxiety. I think I have anxiety for tests. He doesn't have test anxiety. Why do I know this? Because first of all, I don't believe in such things. I think mind over matter is a great power. I'm not going to say that all these things don't exist. They do. But in my family, I believe that we have the power to change the way we feel through mindset. So, and also he's never, ever, ever had that. He's always been successful at taking tests and technically. So I sat him down. I'm like, you know what? I understand that you think you have this. I'm not going to negate his feelings, right? I'm not going to say, like I'm telling you honestly, mother to mother or parents, like, no, that doesn't exist. That's silly. No, of course not. Okay, I understand how you're feeling. Let's try again. You knew that stuff. I really know that you know this. And maybe you got a little nervous. Maybe you choked up. Maybe you didn't eat breakfast well enough. Whatever it is, I know you can do this. But not only did I say that I knew he could do this, I believed he could do this. There was no like empty lip service going on saying like you can, but on the inside I'm thinking, oh, he's totally going to fail again. Or, oh, he's like totally not. I believe with all of my essence in that success. And guess what? He went back, took the test, and did a great job. And that's just life. They pick up on how you feel. So when you're doing bedtime, when you're starting it, forget the technical technique or the methods, which yes, I will tell you how to do. And I've been doing this for 12 years and I have told thousands of families what to do and got them sleeping. But if you forget this key component of this mentality and this confidence that you're giving over to your child first, you're not going to get anywhere because it is in essence empty lip service. Even if you're using a technique and you're sitting there trying to get your baby to sleep, but you're thinking, oh my gosh, they're never going to learn, or my child is so incapable, or I'm so anxious. First of all, it's really hard for your child to fall asleep in the room when the tension is so high. They feel that stress and the anxiety. And of course, they know how you feel and it's not going to get you anywhere. Okay? All right. Let's see what some of your comments were. Okay, I can't really see them. It's not letting me for some reason. Mind over matter, totally. All right, I'm going to head out. Like I said, if you want to learn more about Rested Moms Club, check out restedmomsclub.com in the link below. If you want to set up a one-on-one call with me and learn about how I can help you, whether you've got a toddler or a 3-month-old, how I can help you get your child onto a great routine, sleep through the night. It's all about this belief. Once you are ready for change and you believe your child is capable, your child can sleep through the night. Can a 3-month-old sleep 12 hours straight? Probably not. Most kids that age need one night feeding, but that doesn't mean, like many of you I speak to, or many of the messages and emails I get, that you're up feeding your baby every 45 minutes, right? They can sleep. It's just about the belief first. So let's believe in our kids, believe in their capabilities, and if you want to get that sleep, set up a call with me, batyathebabycoach.com/sleep. Have a great day.